Hello everyone, my name is Douglas Hawes, Director of Music here at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church in downtown Kitchener. This is the second of our COVID concert series, a digital restart of our noon hour concerts, a series that for 44 years brought an average of 125 visitors each week into St. Andrew's. Our guest today is Alten Wilmot, a young man who has been a choral scholar here since 2015. He has just graduated from Sheridan College with an Honours Bachelor of Music in Theatre Performance, and he is founder of Unwrapped Theatre. For our concert today, I've commissioned him to write a play for one actor and video cameras. Assisting me again is Jill Moore, an internationally accredited executive coach and a member of St. Andrew's Sanctuary Choir for over 20 years. Jill.
Welcome, Alten. Thank you for agreeing to come and have an interview with me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So I'd love to just ask you a few questions so we can know a little bit about you before we see your performance in a little while.
Sure.
So on the topic of performance, can you tell us what your favorite performance is and why?
I think my favorite performance would be in, I think, 2018, maybe 2019. Obsidian Theatre, which is a theatre company in Toronto, they put on this production called Schoolgirls, or The African Mean Girls was the subtitle. And it was a story about this group of girls in somewhere in Africa, I think Uganda or somewhere in Africa, and they're sort of going through a beauty pageant sort of phase, and one of the girls just came over from the States, and she's biracial and fair-skinned like myself, and it was just, there was something about the experience that just felt really nice and grounding in a way, and it was my first time being in a theater where almost the entire audience was Black individuals and Black people, which is something that's not common in my experience of going to the theater. So there's just something so special about being in a room filled with that community, watching a story, seeing people on stage that, you know, kind of reflect the people in my life, and there was just something very it was a turning point for sure for me.
That sounds like a really moving experience.
Absolutely.
So thinking of things that made an impact, what's the best advice you feel you've ever been given?
A filmmaker, and his name is Luca Guadagnino. The film was kind of about the human experience and such, and so he said in an interview, he said, the experience of being human is the experience of getting to know yourself, aiming to know the other, and connecting to others in equity and compassion. Yeah, there's something about that was a big eye-opener, this idea of the life experience being about learning about you know, myself and the others around me, and how we sort of connect and intersect.
I think I'm going to take note of that. That was beautiful advice. Maybe let's just get a little closer to day. How have you been coping with the pandemic and quarantine and social distancing?
Yeah, oh gosh, therapy. Taking it day by day, I think, has been really important for me. At first, it was so wonderful, like just sleeping and having more time with my family and connecting with people and whatnot, and it was really wonderful. And then about halfway through the summer hit when that started to wear off, and I guess just the sense of unknown kicked in, and you know, what's going to happen. I can't really work in the industry that I'm now trained for and such. The more I talk about it, I find it helps me get it off my chest, so then I can just sort of be here and allow myself to just sort of be in the moment and not worry about how that moment has shifted from what I expected or wanted to be.
Oh, thank you, Alten. I appreciate you being so open about that, and hopefully people can hear something helpful in that message for themselves. So you mentioned the industry that you're working in. What, if anything, about your future plans might have changed because of the pandemic?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in terms of work, I had like contracts, I guess, like jobs lined up for about a year afterwards, and I was kind of excited. There was a show I was supposed to do in Halifax, particularly, that I was really, really pumped for at Neptune Theatre. But now, of course, with COVID, we can't be in the theaters. So all of those jobs got canceled or postponed. So definitely I would say the biggest impact has been work and just like the pure financial, how do I survive in this? Like, who am I? What do I do? What do I have to offer if not this? Yeah, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a discovery journey a little bit.
Yes,
yeah.
Definitely.
So, that sounds like definitely some foundational changes and some reflection time, and there's been something else going on in the world that I know you've said is also really important to you, you wanted to speak about.
Mm-hmm.
So at this time in the world where so many people are striving to create a just and anti-racial society and world, what does the statement Black Lives Matter mean to you?
A lot and a little at the same time. In a way, it means a lot, I think, because it's forces us to really look at the system of the world that we live in, that we've created for ourselves, and realize that that system is not built to equally tend to the needs of every human. And in some cases, in a lot of cases, and in the cases of Black Lives Matter, is built against some humans. And so it means a lot because it feels like it's a huge battle, I guess. But I say a little because in terms of the statement Black Lives Matter, to me that statement shouldn't be radical, if that makes sense. And I think what's been a big eye-opener for me in this time is the term Black Lives Matter can have such a triggering effect on people and can really put people in arms and in emotional and sort of different states. And so it's this weird balance of logistically, in my mind, of course it makes sense. Why isn't all this just like common knowledge happening? Why is this so difficult? But then at the same time, to balance that, it's recognizing, well, every form of our lives is so deeply ingrained with racism, plainly. Black Lives Matter as a whole is not new, but what's been great, I think, right now is with the addition of social media and the internet, it's so easy for people to learn. And I don't think it's any bit of a surprise that all this is happening and started up while we were in quarantine and while we were forced to actually reflect and we were forced to not be able to just put it aside and keep on moving.
Thank you, Alten. I've been personally really committed to learning everything I can and unlearning a lot of what I thought I knew. So I am so grateful to hear your unique perspective. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So our final question, what messages of hope can you offer, specifically for performers your age, or even generally for, people your age in this very unique time?
Use the time to really figure out what it is that you want and what your artistry is personally, uniquely. What is it authentically that feels true to you, that you're not doing to please other people? Because right now you have no obligation to please anyone. And so really taking that time to hone your own artistry, musicianship, whatever it be, and take agency over yourself and your work or your hobby, whatever art means to you. Take agency over that and let it be yours.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Alten. It's been really nice speaking with you and get to know you a little better.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Sir. Excuse me, sir. Hi. Are you feeling okay? Yeah. Sorry. Well, I guess it depends on how you define okay. I've just been feeling this enormous weight lately, like I'm being crushed and just dying. Can you put a mask on? Heavy sighs can kill these days.
Oh, what? Skunk! I just saw a skunk go in the other side of the bed. Just right over there.
I'm deathly allergic if it bites me.
It's okay. Just close your eyes and back away.
They're close! They're close!
I don't see anything. But maybe I would garden around the corner for a little bit, just in case.
Thank you, of course, thank you.
Hello? Well, here goes nothing. Mom? Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair crew.
Hello? Sir? Sir, you can't be in here, sir.
Sure, on this shining night of stormy shadows round, kindness must watch for me this side the ground. The lake here lies down the north. All is healed. All is health. My summer holds the Sure, on this shining night, I weep for wandering far alone of shadows on the stars.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We pray that this artistic pause has been a source of positive energy for you as you cope with the day-to-day challenges of this global pandemic and this difficult season for our world.